Hi and welcome to the How to Tank with a Monk video from Diablo 3 fans.
I don't have enough spirit. My injuries are too severe.
Now, first of all, let's talk about the skills you're going to be using. With the tank, of course, you're going to have guys all around you. You're going to be taking the damage, and the monk has a lot of useful skills and perks that we can use to take this damage and still be able to heal ourselves, because we are the only class, the monk is the only class that can heal themselves and really regenerate life at a really fast rate. So, the skills we're going to be using are all going to be area effect, because we're going to be we want people as close to us as possible so we can burn them all down. As our first primary skill, we're going to be using Crippling Wave, and now that's a 3-strike attack where the first and second strikes are going to hit targets in front of the monk, and then the third strike is going to do an AoE effect. Now we're using the Ruin here for the third effect to actually gain back spirit, because we want as much spirit as possible. We're going to be spending a lot during our battles. Now for the right click, we're using Lashing Tail Kick, and we're using the burn effect Ruin so that we can do a little bit more damage. Now this attack is perfect for interrupting targets and when you're in trouble, knocking them away from you. Now as far as the defensive skill, we're using Serenity. This is going to make you immune for about 3 seconds. We're using the Ruin that will heal us as well when we use this. So this is going to be a nice little heal when we get in trouble. You'll be using it a lot during the fight, because as a monk you are going to be getting hit a lot unless your dodge rating's really up and your armor's really up. Now as our techniques, we're using Sweeping Wind, and this is just going to be a damage effect that's all around you. We're using the Ruin that causes the damage to be increased. Every critical hit, it's going to cause the effect of the shield to go up. This can stack 3 times and really increase that damage and the size of it. Now for our focus, we're using Cyclone Strike, and this is a skill to pull enemies in close to us. And this is going to really help get all our enemies near where our left click Crippling Wave can hit them. And we're using the Wall of Wind Ruin, which is going to pull them in from farther distances, just in case they're far away. And then our mantra is we're using a mantra of healing and using the Spirit Regeneration Ruin, because once again we want that spirit. Now for our passive skills, we're using Transcendence, and this is going to heal you so many hit points per spirit point spent. Right now, this is in the videos, we're about level 41, 42, and I'm getting healed about 13 hit points every spirit spent. And we're going to take advantage of that while we're in battle so we can continually heal ourselves while hurting the enemies and protecting ourselves. Now our second passive skill is Chant of Resonance, and this is going to increase the length of your mantras to by about 7 minutes, as well as regenerate spirit about 2 faster. And then the third is the Guardian's Path, and this is going to increase our dodge chance by about 15%, and that's just so we can take a little bit less damage. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at the actual fight. Now as you see going into the fight, we want to turn on the Sweeping Wind technique, because that's going to be our DPS. Not only lasts a couple seconds, so just turn it on right before the fight. As long as you hit enemies, it'll stay up and won't fade off of you. Now you're pretty much just going to run right in the middle of enemies. You don't want to keep people away. We don't have any ranged attacks or anything like that. We have the Cyclone attack that's going to pull them in, the Cyclone Strike, so we can pull them in from long distances. And we're going to just try and get everyone right around us in that sweeping range. And after you pull them in close, you're going to just use your left click to go through at least 3 strikes, so you get that third AoE strike So, and you want to pay special attention to your life. Now, as you see your life drained, you have a few different things you can do. You can use Serenity, which is going to make you immune and throw you that quick heal. And then also, you can cast your spells, your big spirit cost spells, because we have that passive skill on that's going to heal us per spirit spent. So, what we like to do, if our health starts to drain and we don't have Serenity, do a right click with a lashing tail click that'll knock everyone away, then use a cyclone strike to pull them all back in. But what you did is you just spent a couple hundred spirit, 150 spirit, and gained that life back. So it's like a little mini heal. Then use that left click to regenerate that spirit, and you can redo the whole process over and over again. And that's as simple as the fight really is.
Diablo 3 fan.